Hi, I'm Holly. I'm from Indianapolis, and I wanted to share my serendipitous watch story with you all at Hodinkee. And it happened just this last month. I found a watch that nobody knew where it was. And before I get to the watch, I did just want to share, I promise, I won't tell you my life story, but a really important story, which is that, we all have people that make us who we are. And one of those people for me was my grandpa. I grew up next door to my grandparents. He was a very modest man, put 7 kids through Catholic school, drove a Standard Oil truck, was a veteran, did all kinds of things. He was just the jack of all trades and beloved by everybody. But one of the things you always think of when you think of my grandpa is this watch. He wore this watch every day. And I remember, even sitting in church just staring at this watch because it had this like milky, really cool crystal to it, and was just kind of banged up and scratched up because he wore it every day working on a farm or gardening or doing whatever he was doing that day. So I got curious when I started, really collecting, and had asked my mom if she knew what kind of watch my grandpa had. And she actually sadly told me that nobody knows where this watch went. This thing that was a part of my grandpa that everybody thinks of, nobody knows where this watch ended up. But my cousin had snapped a picture. And so when I looked at the picture, I just sort of chuckled, and I told my mom, this is a special watch, obviously, because it's our, it's your dad's, it's grandpa's, but whoever has it needs to take really good care of it. This is an Omega. And her reaction was like, that doesn't make any sense. There's no way he would spend money on himself. There's no way that he would ever buy a watch like that. And so it was kind of like a family mystery of, well, maybe he had a little secret that he wouldn't bought himself something nice. But when I saw that watch and heard that story, I knew then that it was something that was really important to him. It probably was his present to himself, or, a present that he obviously dearly treasured. So I vowed I was going to find this watch. I didn't know how, but I needed to find it. And I searched and I searched and I searched. I couldn't find it. So being a part of the watch community on my Instagram, which is Women Likes Watches, I had kind of put a call out and saying, if anybody happens to see this watch, please let me know. And a couple of weeks went by, and somebody who was a friend pointed it out to me. And I had that electric feeling where I'm like, oh my gosh, I found it. I'm even kind of tearing up right now. But I did find the watch, and it was in rough shape, and we fixed it up. But here's my watch. It is a unspecified dress watch from the early 60s. We're still doing some research on it, but it was a project of love and heart, and found a exact replica of the spider band that he had it on, and rebuilt it, which I will never do again. But it was worth every painstaking hour putting little staples in and getting it back into shape. But it was through a lot of friends, again, serendipity, that helped me reconnect with something that was really important. And my family is going to be surprised this weekend. I get to go back to celebrate with them and show them that we found the watch that was so special to all of us because it would belong to a special person. Thanks for listening to my story.